Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please introduce yourselves. I'd like to know you and I'd like to meet you. Where are you tuning in from? And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you for your love and your incredible support to your girl. I see every single one of you. Thank you for all that you do. Please introduce yourselves in the comments. I'd like to know you and I'd like to meet you. What part of the world are you tuning in from? If you're watching the live, please type live in the comments. And if you're also watching the replay, please type replay right in the comments. So guys, today we're going to be discussing we're going to be continuing actually how to overcome procrastination. Of course, last week we started this series of procrastination, and this is something a lot of people actually struggle with. And I'm going to be sharing a lot of tips on how we can all overcome procrastination in our lives. So are you ready? Before I proceed, let me also go ahead and introduce myself. So guys, my name is Miriam. I am a wife, a mom, a student, an entrepreneur. I'm also a fashion designer, and I'm also a YouTube coach. I help small to medium-sized businesses start a profitable YouTube channel and begin to monetize it from the very first day. And just so you know, I host free YouTube training once every month, actually on the last Tuesday of the month. Yes, so go ahead and join my next YouTube training. Yes, it's happening on the 27th of this month, so do not miss it for anything. If you want to start a YouTube channel, so go ahead and join my free YouTube training. It is happening on the 27th too, so don't miss it for anything, guys. Okay, without further ado, I'm also gonna put it in the chat. I'm also gonna put it right in the chat. So just come with me, guys. Let us go. Let's go. So yes, let's talk about procrastination and how to overcome it. It's something that a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people struggle with it, and that's the reason why I had to, do like a part 2 of this series of this particular topic. So you don't want to, you want to find out how you can actually also overcome this problem called procrastination, just like everyone else. So guys, let's get right into it. Do not forget to like this video, and do also share with your friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend as well. So that is the link to join my free YouTube training is right in the chat. So besties, first thing I want to say is this. Yes, I understand that people use the word procrastination, and it's actually the act of delaying things. It's the act of postponing things. It's the act of postponing things over and over and over again. It's like saying, I'm going to do it tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, you say, I'll do it tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, you say, I'll do it next week. You just keep moving it forward and forward and forward. So today, I'll also share tips that will help you, to avoid or overcome this, ugly thing called procrastination. I'm sure every one of us at some point in time, we have procrastinated on one or two things, and for some people it's heavy, and for some other people it's kind of like so light that it has become a thing of the past, literally. So today I'm going to be sharing the tips that helps me to overcome this ugliness called procrastination. So here are 5 ways to actually reduce to stop or overcome procrastination. First thing you need to do is to reduce the number of decisions that you need to make. Yes, throughout the day, reduce the number of decisions. I think I touched on this one briefly last week in last session, because this is part 2 of how to overcome procrastination. So you need to reduce the number of decisions and help yourself by so doing. Yes, help yourself by so doing. Identify your triggers. What do you do? So if there are things that you need to do, you can start preparing for them a day before. I think I gave this example. I'm not sure whether I gave the same example last week, but I have 2 examples that I want to share with you guys today in today's segment. So first thing you need to do is, let's assume that you want to work out, but you've been putting it away. You've been saying, I'll start tomorrow, I'll start working out, I'll start exercising. You can start by putting your workout clothes beside your bed. Maybe you plan to work out first thing in the morning, maybe after your prayers. put your workout clothes right beside your bed, so that when you wake up, there's no excuse. There's no, oh, I don't know what to wear, I don't have what to wear, or I can't go looking for what to wear. You already have them. You have your sneakers, you have your outfit right beside you. Another thing that I do personally, back when I was, in Nigeria, I'm from Nigeria, and I used to read for, a professional, exam at the time. So what I was doing at the time was, in case you're not motivated to read in your space or in your environment, in your home, or maybe you don't have that self, you don't have that discipline, you're not disciplined enough to read in your room, your bedroom, or in your living room. Maybe you find yourself watching too much of movies, or sleeping off. If you're to read in your room, you find out that you don't even have a reading table. Even if you have a reading table, you find it so easy to just, or maybe you find yourself just eating and eating and eating and getting distracted. One thing I did at the time was I went to university. Yes, universities near me. I went to colleges beside me, near me. So I would go to either Yaba College of Technology, or I'll go to University of Lagos to read, because the environment fosters reading for me. So I identified my own triggers. I know what actually motivates me. I know the things that can help me, that can aid me when it comes to overcoming this thing called procrastination. So I would put myself in environments where I am likely going to be gingered. I mean, that's the word. Where I'm likely going to be motivated, where I'm likely going to have that inspiration to do the things that I really need to do. So what are those things? What are, do you need to surround yourself with people, or be in environments, or be in spaces that actually inspire you? Yes, it might also have to do with cutting off certain people out of your life, people who don't believe in your dreams, or who don't believe in your goals, or who talk you out of your own dreams. So identify your own triggers, know when, and how to, overcome this thing called procrastination. So remove everything around you that screams procrastinate, everything that would make you procrastinate. Remove everything around you. I mean, it is as simple. It boils down to everything that we do in our daily lives. It even boils down to simple things like, maybe you plan to maybe clean your makeup, brushes once every month. What you should do is pack all the makeup brushes, put them somewhere you can see, where you have to see it, and then okay, oh, this thing is it. Let me just do it once and for all. Now, there are so many other things that you can do to help yourself to overcome procrastination. Now, sometimes, I mean, it has worked for a lot of people. You can have like a vision board statement. I mean, a vision board, a vision. When I say vision, I'm always thinking vision statements. So you can have a vision board, or you can have sticky notes, and write down the things that you want to accomplish every single day, or every week, or in a quarter, or in a month, depending on, what your goals are, or what your plans are. So go ahead and have your sticky notes and put them right where you would see. Maybe early in the morning when you wake up, just put them right by your bed, where you get to see, okay, I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to accomplish this, I'm supposed to do X and Y. That way you are able to meet with all of your goals and all of your targets. Yes. So those are things that you can actually put in place. They are simple, yet they are very effective. So yes, if you are thinking or overthinking things, I tell you, reduce the number of decisions that you need to make. Create habits. Yes, create habits around certain areas that will help to boost your own effectiveness and prevent you from even draining your own energy. Last week, I talked about identifying your peak period. If you missed it, your own peak period, your peak hours during the day. If you missed last week's video, I think you should just, go ahead and watch that video right now. Just tune in to watch the part one before you watch this, before you continue from here. Now, another thing you need to do is to focus on something that is doable. Yes. Focus on something that is doable. A lot of times, we say, oh, I want to do this thing, but it seems far-fetched. It's not something I can do. Right? Do something that is doable, right? Be realistic. Yes, be realistic. Set out goals that you can actually accomplish for yourself. Otherwise, it's always gonna be bogus. It's always gonna be too cumbersome. It's always gonna be too technical for you to accomplish. So make sure that you break those goals into actionable steps. Make sure that it's something that you can actually point and do like right away. So in case you missed it, procrastination is just the act of putting off important things or important tasks that you need to finish. Always saying, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next week, or I'll do it next year, or I will do it. You can always do that thing now. You can always, do all the things that you're set out to do for yourself. You can always accomplish them now. What are the reasons why people procrastinate? Because there are many reasons why people procrastinate. They procrastinate because they feel overwhelmed. Sometimes there are just too many things to do, and you you just have 24 hours in a day. And that's why you can leverage on other people's time. If it's something that you can delegate, why not? If it's something that you need to pay for, why not? There are a lot of things that I have to outsource, that I have to delegate someone else and pay people to do it. If that's what you need to do, then go ahead and do it, instead of you leaving that thing to linger on day in, day out. Days turn to weeks, weeks turn to months, months turn to years, and you don't do those things that you ought to do. Maybe it's time for you to start outsourcing these tasks to other people. So like I said, sometimes you feel so overwhelmed. When you identify that, I think I'm really overwhelmed, write down everything that you need to do. If it's something that you can pay people to do, then go ahead and pay them to get these things done for you. Now, when it comes to you know why do we procrastinate? Sometimes it's because we are afraid to fail. Sometimes it's because we are actually afraid to fail. See, it is better to try and fail than not to try at all. You are 100% better than people who never tried. Yes, even when you fail, you are still 100% better than people who never tried at all. Yes, a lot of times we're afraid of making mistakes. We want to be perfectionists. We want to get it right the first time. We want everything to be perfect on the very first day. And the fear of failure can actually push us to avoid doing anything at all. Yes, if the fear of failure can avoid us from achieving anything at all in life. Something somebody said, I read a quote somewhere, and it says, show me someone who has never failed, and you would see someone who has never tried anything before. Show me someone who has never failed, and you have seen someone who has never tried anything before. When you find someone, there's no one in this world that hasn't failed before, right? So, except if you don't try anything at all, you just sit down in your comfort zone where nothing grows. I read just this afternoon, that your comfort zone is the most expensive place in the world, because it's going to cost you everything. It's going to cost you your happiness, your life, your goals. It's going to cost you everything. It's a place where you don't want to be. So part of overcoming procrastination is embracing the hard stuffs, embracing the work, falling in love with the work that it takes to become successful. A lot of times I don't know, I think we as human beings generally, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're a career driven person, you work for someone, a lot of times we want to, just get things right and get things right the first time. We want to, we are perfectionists. We want to do things like we want to do it once and get it done and, just be perfect at it. See, Rome was not built in a day. You have to really trust the process and fall in love with the process of becoming a successful person. You need to actually fall in love with that process, because sometimes we look at, great people, we look at successful people, and we're like, oh, how did this person get there? There's a lady I'm actually studying right now. She's the first female black billionaire in the United States. Her name is Shirley Johnson. And I'm really, really reading about her. I'm really trying to understand how she's evolving. She's actually the owner, she's the CEO, co-owner of BET, Black Entertainment Television. She co-founded it alongside with her husband at the time. And now she just, she's opening like fleets of luxury hotels all across the place. So these are a lot of times we look at these people, we're like, oh, these people are relentless, they are fearless, they get things done. Trust me, trust me, they have had to fall in love with the process of becoming successful. The hard work, yes, that is the part where a lot of people want to run away from. You need to fall in love with that hard work. You need to fall in love with working really hard. So if you don't want, maybe you're like 600 pounds and you want to become You're going to 150. Yeah, you want to weigh maybe 165 or 150 or at most 180. You have to fall in love with the process of losing weight. You have to fall in love with drinking plenty of water. You have to fall in love with taking lots of fruits. You have to fall in love with moving your body, exercising, fitness. You need to fall in love with that process, because you can't just automatically jump from being 600 pounds or 700 pounds to 180 pounds. It's not possible. It is not possible. There's no amount of prayer that will make you just lose weight. No, it doesn't work like that. So part of overcoming procrastination is falling in love with the process that leads you to becoming successful. You have to fall in love with that process by making it a part and parcel of you, by not, thinking somebody is there going to save you, or somebody's going to do it for you. Somebody should know they're supposed to do it for you, or while they are doing their own, they should just do your own. No, it doesn't work like that. So becoming successful, honestly, the major part of it is overcoming procrastinations. When you're able to get up when you should get up, not when you're not procrastinating when you should actually get up and put in the work. So like I said, you need to fall in love with the process of becoming successful by doing those things that you need to do. So make that your next action. Just do it. Maybe you should put that inscription, just do it everywhere, or plaster it everywhere, or put it in a very conspicuous place in your home, and do it. Always remind yourself, do it. I've told you earlier, you need to also adjust your environment. Just like I said, this worked for me when I was reading for a professional exam back home in Nigeria. I was going into colleges, universities near me to encourage me, to inspire me. Of course, I know that when I'm in those environments, I gotta be serious. I don't know anyone there. I just go to it. I just pick any random class and I go there to read. The same way, you have to adjust your environment. When you have some vices, when you have certain things that you do that you probably don't have control over, maybe you are an alcoholic, you're addicted to certain things that you hate, to still become a part of you. You want to get rid of these bad habits. You need to adjust your environment. Don't keep things that would tempt you around you. Same way, don't go to places that would tempt you. Rather, go to places that will actually keep you further away from those vices. So go ahead and adjust your environment accordingly. You want to be successful, you have to hang around more successful people. Go for networking events, be inspired, be encouraged, and stay away from people that constantly drag you back into the pits that you want to run away from, back into the pits that you are coming from. So run away from those people. You might have to change your circle of friends. Truthfully, you might have to change your circle of friends, because there's certain things they start to do that you hear constantly, and somehow, I'm always saying this on my channel, you're the average of 5 people that you hang around mostly with. Somehow the things they do will rub off on you. Somehow the things they do would affect you. Somehow you start to copy them. Somehow you start to emulate them. Somehow they start to, influence you positively. So you should hang around the right set of people. Look for them, read their books, hang around them by reading their books or listen to their podcasts. And you also need to recognize that procrastination cycle the moment it occurs. What are those things? What's the first thing that makes you procrastinate? Identify that particular thing, and guess what? Stay away from it. And I'll also give you a practical example. Of course, for those of you that have been following me on this channel, by now that I shoot multiple videos in one day. Now, part of my procrastination, triggers, things that help me to actually overcome procrastination, is that I move on to the next topic real quick. The moment you stay just 1 minute before you start the next video, you start to get tired. Your body starts to go into the relaxation mode, and you want to stay away from that. You want to make sure that you are not too relaxed, because once you get to that too relaxed state, trust me, you just want to sleep, or you just want to do something else. It's not fun. I assure you. Sometimes maybe I make it look so easy, but trust me, it is not fun. So you need to identify your triggers understand yourself and do things that would constantly help you to overcome that thing called procrastination. Do it. It's hard, but like I said, you have to fall in love with the process of becoming successful. You have to fall in love with that, with the hard stuff. You have to fall in love with, doing the things that help you, that move you closer to your own goal. So yes, these are things that you need to do to also overcome procrastination. Now, do you know that working with a group can also help you? Working with a group can also help you. There are people who want to work out, but I mean, I think you need to get to a point where you should be able to do it alone. Why? Because if by chance somebody discourages you, you you're still struggling, you're not even strong yet, you don't have the discipline yet, as it were, you are most likely going to, fall for that temptation. So beware. Yes, study groups, I mean, not study, joining a group is very important, but I tell you, once somebody falls, or fails or drops out, you may be tempted to drop out as well. So that's why you need to build your own resistance, by yourself. You need to build that strength by yourself. It's something it's your own job. It's nobody else's job. However, maybe joining a group, having an accountability partner can help you. Yes, you can also use reward systems, like, okay, I promise myself I'm going to do this, or I'm getting these gifts for myself if I accomplish X and Y tasks this month, or maybe you've been telling yourself, okay, I want to work out every single day, or I want to have a 40-day challenge of running, or of walking, or going to the gym, or just working out and shedding this weight, or 40 days of not eating carbs. Set it for yourself, make it your personal goal, right? So that even if anything happens, you are able to get yourself back on track. That's why building discipline by yourself, for yourself, is very, very important. Don't over rely on other people for, the structure. Don't over rely on other people, for encouragement. The reason is because once they disappoint you, you may, you're likely going to stop the things that are going to help you to overcome this thing called procrastination. So yes, also, like I said, reward yourself as well, because overcoming procrastination doesn't happen overnight. Yes, it actually takes a series of good behaviors. Yes, so and it's actually working ahead. You can start your day really early, or even start your next day a day before. So it means working ahead, finishing your tasks really early. Yes, make sure that you set goals that you are able to manage your own expectations yourself. But I want you to always um I don't want to say over promise, no, under promise. Yes, under promise, right? And over deliver. Yes, you can say, okay, I want to achieve this thing in 1 week, but you can, mentally achieve those things in 3 or 4 days. That's what I mean. So you can get things done real quick, and that way you're able to manage your discipline, you're able to manage your self-control. So finish before your due date, finish the things that, set a date, but make sure that you finish before that due date. Those are things that actually help you stay strong, with your goals, that helps you overcome procrastination. And this has helped me over a long period of time. I set goals. I say, okay, I want to meet these goals by these dates, but I strive to meet those goals even before that date. You can even break it into half. Maybe you give yourself a 1 month, target, but you can meet those targets within 15 days. Yes, within 15 days. Another thing I want you to also do is to always take a break. Always take a break. You can't just keep going. You're going to crash and you're going to burn. If you watched my last video, I talked about understanding your own peak period as a person. So you need to know what your peak period is so that you know when to take a break. Yes, you should know when to take a break, because you can't have all the energy, the same amount of energy, and in the same intensity throughout the day. It's not possible. You're a human being, you're not a machine, so you should know when to take a break. Yes, it may seem backwards, like it may seem counterproductive, but trust me, taking a break is very, very important. It can actually boost your productivity. Yes. And you may also be thinking, oh, is procrastination not the same thing as taking a break? No, 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 no. The reason that why you are able to take a break may not be considered procrastination. It is not. They don't have the same intent. It's not with the same intention. So if you're intentional about your break, yes, about setting the amount of time that you stay away from your important task, that is not procrastination. That is taking a break. You're being intentional about it, and then you come back to it right after you take a break. I'm not asking you to take an endless break. You're not going on a sabbatical leave, right? You are taking a break when it is necessary, just to cool your head off. I take a break by taking a nap in a day. I take a break just by taking a nap, so that when I come back, I am more energized. I can do a lot more things. Now you also need to hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable. Yes, you should, set those goals for yourself. It's actually for you. So even if you have no one to partner with, you should set goals for yourself. Actionable goals that you know that you can actually achieve these goals. Now, you also need to list the costs of procrastination. You need to list what is the costs of procrastinating for you. Let's assume you want to start a YouTube channel, or you want to start a new business, but you have been saying, I'm not gonna, I will start tomorrow, I'll start next tomorrow, I'll start next week. Now, what is the cost of procrastination? The cost of procrastination is you achieving nothing. You will not achieve anything. That's the cost. So would you rather overcome procrastination? Would you rather do those things and reap the results? Would you rather do those things and start making money, or start seeing your dreams come alive? Or would you rather keep on procrastinating? The choice is yours. So go ahead and I also have a Patreon community where you can book a free consultation with me. You can go ahead and check join my consultation, my Patreon community. Join my Patreon community and you can book a free consultation with me. Like I said, I'm also doing a giveaway of $100 cash gifts. And here is how to, go about it. All you need to do is just add 50 people into my Telegram community, and you are on your way to getting $100 cash gifts from me to you. So go ahead and check. The link is right in the chat. And just so you know, we also have a blog. Yes, we now have a blog. It is getrichtoday.com. Getrich-today.com. And I'm going to put the link in the chat as well. So when we talk about procrastination, it is not just something that you say with your mouth. You have to back it up by actions. You have to really do something. You need to really back it up by doing the things that aids that helps you overcome that thing called procrastination. Yes, there are lots of things that you can do. Like I said, make sure that you are looking at the cost of procrastinating. You're looking at the cost. What is it costing you? And I trust you. I know for sure it's going to cost you a whole lot than you ever even imagined in the very first place. Now, disconnecting is also very important when you want to overcome procrastination. You can disconnecting from your social media, from your from your devices. Disconnecting from devices that would not help you. Give me a second, guys. I think I need some water. Mhm. So guys, you might need to disconnect from your phone. You may need to put away your phone. When I'm doing very serious work, I do not go near my phone. I don't put my phone near me, except if I need to work with my phone at the same time. But I tell you, when you identify your triggers, identify the things that make you procrastinate, stay away from them. Stay away from them. I do not respond to all of my messages the moment they come. I do not respond to all of my phone calls every single time. Sometimes I have to check, is this something that can wait? If it can wait, then it's okay. I will always go check it later. If it's something that cannot wait, then I can treat it with urgency. But you need to identify the things. I mean, stay away from things that distract you. Your devices can be a major problem, because a lot of times we have various social media, that are installed on our phones, various apps that are very distracting. I mean, Instagram can be really distracting, Facebook can be distracting. You may want to go there to post, and then you find yourself watching something that you didn't even plan to watch. So stay away from anything that keeps you far away from your goals. Stay away from them. If it means staying off your phone for certain period of time, maybe an hour, disconnect yourself. Yes, whether it's email, whether it's social media, emails. One thing I've noticed about emails, text messages, is that they can always wait. When somebody sends you an email, doesn't mean it needs an instant response, except if it is very, very urgent, right? So you can always set, when this is part of the things that actually helps me through grad school. Part of those things are, keeping a particular time. Like, I blot out a particular time. Hey, Collins Food Court, thank you so much for joining me. I blot out a particular time of the day to check my emails, to respond to text messages, to read my text messages, to reply to text messages. So there is a particular time of the day that I assign to do all of that tasks, to check all of my emails, because I have several emails. I have like 5 or 6 email addresses. These are for various YouTube channels that I have. So I have a certain time that I've devoted in a day to check, and respond accordingly. So it is not every time that, I get an email that I jump forward to respond. No, it is not every single time, except if it's very urgent. So identify your triggers, identify the things that, you should stay away from. Identify those things. If it means staying away from your device, please, by all means, do that. Staying away from social media, emails, text messages, even phone calls. When you check and you say, okay, this is a spam call, you don't need to pick the call, right? You don't need to pick the call, except if it's very, very important. So when you notice yourself using your own device to procrastinate, please disconnect. Please disconnect. It may sound drastic, but trust me, you will benefit from it at the end of the day. Yes, these are things that actually helps you to stay focused. Yes, remove everything that distracts you. Remove everything around you that oh, these things are going to distract you. Remove yourself from there. Anything that would trigger you, to do the opposite of what you should be doing, stay away from them. Stay away from them. And I'm sure maybe you're procrastinating on certain things while you're watching this episode, while you're watching me right now. Maybe there are certain things that you have been procrastinating on. How about you write them down? How about you identify every single one of them? What are those things that you have been saying? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do X and Y in my son's room or my daughter's room, or I'm going to do this thing, or I'm going to do this thing for myself. Write them down and start to follow through. Start to follow through from today. What are the things that are stopping you from doing it? You ask yourself, why have I not been doing this thing? What is stopping me from doing this thing? So, and then start to, follow up, follow through, remove anything that will distract you. Then set a date, set a time for yourself. Okay, I want to get this thing done before this date. When you do that, thank you, Collins. When you do that, then guess what? You are on your way to accomplishing your goals. And the moment you do it one time, you know that this thing is working. Then you're able to, you have more confidence to do more things. And then you're able to follow through and overcome this devil, this witch called procrastination fully, totally, at every stage of your life. So if there's anything you have been putting off on your list and this thing is very important, and it's very, very, it's actually detrimental to your success, go ahead and start doing them today. Write down those things. Give it a timeline. Tell yourself, I want to get this thing done before this date. And then start to work on start to work on it before that date. Make sure that you even complete it before that date. Now, completing your tasks before your deadline that you have set for yourself actually boosts your self-esteem. It boosts your self-esteem. It makes you understand that, oh, this thing is even doable. Why have I not been doing it all this while? So go ahead and set goals for yourself. But I want you to always under promise and over deliver, if you know what I mean. I explained already, in the beginning of middle of today's message. So in case you missed the beginning, go ahead and watch all the way from the beginning. So go ahead and under promise and over deliver to yourself. Under promise by saying, I want to get these things done by this date, but make sure that you get them done even before the deadline. When you do it the first time, it's going to encourage you, it's going to inspire, it's going to make you now see yourself differently. This is my own personal story that I'm sharing with you. Yes, these were things that made me understand or see myself in a different light, that made me kind of like discover myself the more. The moment I found out, oh, I can actually achieve these goals even before the dates I set, then I knew that I had overcome procrastination at that point. So there's nothing in this world that you cannot achieve when you put your mind to it. That's why I always say the mind is very powerful. Once you put your mind to it, trust me, you can always achieve it. And I hope that with these few points of mine, I have been able to convince you that you can actually overcome this devil called procrastination. And I leave you with these words. With God, all things are possible. Commit everything in your heart to God, and guess what? He will make it come to pass. Thank you all so much for watching once again. I am your girl Miriam. Make sure that you check out my YouTube videos and apply for grants. Also do well to like this video, share my videos, and tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And if you'd like to take part in my $100 cash gifts, go ahead and share my Telegram link with 50 of your friends. Invite 50 of your friends into my Telegram group or my Telegram channel, and you're on your way to winning my $100. Thank you all so much once again. I'm your girl Miriam. So I see you guys in my next video. Take care, keep winning, and keep sparking. So if you have any topic that you want me to cover on my channel, please let me know in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to bring it to your doorstep. Thank you so much once again, guys. I'll see you next week. Take care and bye for now.